Welcome back. In our last lesson, we walked through the entire life cycle of a trust, from that first signing ceremony to the moment your successor trustee makes the final distribution. You've seen the big picture. But today, we are addressing an important step. Without this step, your trust is nothing more than a very expensive stack of paper. Today, we're talking about funding your trust. Imagine you went out and bought the most advanced, fireproof, high-tech safe on the market. You brought it home, bolted it to the floor, and programmed a secure code. You feel great because you know it offers great protection for your valuables. But if you leave your jewelry, your important papers, and your emergency cash sitting on the kitchen counter instead of putting them inside the safe is useless. In the world of estate planning, we call this the empty box problem. You have built a beautiful protective box, your trust, but if you don't take the time to put your assets inside it, that box could fail to accomplish the goals for which you created your trust. So, what exactly is funding? In plain English, funding is the process of changing the title or the legal ownership of your assets from your individual name to the name of your trust. For example, instead of a bank account belonging to John Smith, it could now belong to John Smith as trustee of the John Smith Revocable Trust. By doing this, you're telling the world and the court that these assets are now governed by the private rules you wrote in your trust roadmap. Let's look at what actually needs to go into your trust box. The most common and often most valuable asset is real estate. Homes, vacation properties, rental properties, land. To move your home into your trust, you may need to execute and file a new deed, often a quitclaim deed, with your local county recorder. This process could also involve updating your homeowner's insurance policy to reflect that the trust is now the owner. Non-retirement financial accounts are another category. Bank accounts, brokerage accounts, investment accounts. Generally, the simplest way to transfer these to your trust is to contact your bank or financial institution. They might have you open a new account in the name of the trust and transfer the balance over, or they may simply change the name on your existing account. Some types of personal property may also be assigned to a trust through a simple written assignment, especially items intended for later distribution. The idea is simple. If you want the trust rules to apply, the trust needs to own the asset. However, there are some things that should typically not be retitled into your trust. Retirement accounts typically stay in your name. These accounts usually pass through beneficiary designations, not ownership changes. Retitling them into a trust can create complications. Life insurance usually stays outside the trust as well, unless there's a specific reason for the trust to receive the proceeds. Again, beneficiary designations do most of the work here. Vehicles are often not retitled into trusts. In many states, doing so can complicate insurance, financing, or registration. Some states offer simpler alternatives that avoid probate without changing ownership. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of paperwork. This is exactly where most estate plans fail. People sign the trust, feel a sense of relief, and then procrastinate on the retitling. To beat this, I want to give you a success timeline. Think of it as a 30-day mission. In week 1, your goal is to simply contact your financial institutions and ask for their change of ownership or change of beneficiary forms for financial accounts, and contact a local attorney to draft a transfer deed for any of your property. In week 2, you fill those forms out and send them back. By the end of week 4, you should receive written confirmation that the changes are in effect. If you follow this simple 1-2-4 rule, you could have a funded trust in 1 month. Just remember, this can happen only after the trust is created. There needs to be a box in place before anything can move into it. It's also worth saying this out loud. Funding is not a one-time event. Anytime you open a new account, buy new property, or make major changes, you may need to think about alignment again. Trusts work best when they're maintained, not ignored. Here's a simple story to bring this to life. A woman created a trust and placed her home into it. In the trust, she clearly shared her wish that everything she owned be divided evenly among her 6 children. Years later, she sold the home. When the sale closed, she deposited the money into a regular bank account instead of an account owned by the trust. For convenience, she also added 1 child as a joint owner on that account. Her intentions never changed, but because the money was no longer held by the trust, different rules applied. When she passed away, the bank followed the account ownership rather than the trust instructions, which left 1 child as sole owner of her funds. The trust couldn't carry out her wishes because it no longer owned the asset. The takeaway is simple. Trusts work best when assets stay aligned. When things change, small updates help your plan continue doing what you intended. By watching this video today, you have already gained the knowledge that separates a successful planner from a frustrated one. You now understand the empty box problem, and you know that your trust needs fuel, your assets, to run properly. You understand the difference between retitling to change ownership of an asset versus updating a beneficiary. If you're ready for a small immediate step, I invite you to answer the questions below this video. And if you want to go deeper, there are optional tools that walk through funding, common mistakes, and other information to help. You are doing the work of a leader. You are ensuring that your roadmap isn't just a dream, but a functional reality. You're doing great. Let's keep filling that box and building your legacy together.